Well, today is the day. What's that you say? Well, today's the day that people lose their check marks if they didn't pay $8. So basically, if you were a celebrity, a journalist, or an academic, or some other person of note, other than, I think political people get to keep them. They get like a gray check or something. I don't think they have to pay. Companies have to pay. They get a yellow check mark. From what I hear, it's like $1,000 a month or something. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm not 100% certain if that is real or not. I just heard it from somebody. So take it with a grain of salt. But I do hear you have to pay for that yellow check mark. But the blue one, everyone can get for $8. And people that lost them are literally losing their minds. One person isn't. Actually, Halle Berry has a very nice response to this. She actually laughed at this meme of this kid crying of her with a check mark on the thing. But it's not going so well for other people. Master of the TDS made this nice little collage of people melting down because they lost their blue check marks. Some of these are rather funny. I wanted to show you some of these. Some people left Twitter for a minute. They'll all be back. Like, for example, a former Spider-Man writer, Dan Slott, one of my favorite people to cover because he's constantly having a meltdown. He says he's finally leaving. Not paying $96 a year for the privilege of giving this site free content. Who are you giving free content to? You block everybody, Dan. People come on here looking to see what the Spider-Man Marvel Comics writer is doing, and instead you talk about bullshit like Republicans and politics, and then when people say, hey, I just wanted to hear about your Spider-Man takes, you block them. So he says, only here for DMs and to promote new books, signings, and cons. And then he promotes other platforms, which he will leave, by the way, because Dan Slott is super addicted to Twitter. He will be back. The fact that he's not even really leaving, because he says, only here for DMs, he'll be back. In fact, I predict he'll tweet, if not this week, next week. But my absolute favorite is from this person, using cigarettes. Journalist, a self-described former blue check mark journalist. And I want you to listen to this take because it's hilarious. As a former blue check journalist, today is a difficult day. Despite my relatively low follower count, I've been able to share verified information for important conversations. What Elon Musk did, removing blue checks, is no different than what the Nazi Party did to journalists. Could you imagine Levin had Twitter under Elon existed? Every confused, scary moment with nothing to separate fact from fiction? In some ways, it would be worse than the attacks. As the Washington Post says, democracy dies in darkness. Unfortunately, the lights at Twitter are off. There's actually another one from this person that's even worse. Check this one out. Elon thinks this is funny. As a former verified account who lost their blue checkmark, I know how dangerous this really is. People are going to die.
You serious?
Oh, they're very serious. Very, very serious. Couple more. So I may not be verified by Twitter as a legitimate journalist with 30 plus years of experience after today, but some moron with a couple of bucks can pretend to be a verified journalist with a blue check. Good plan, Elon Musk. Cue the scammers. Oh, it's great. Great. The blue check mark is gone, which means now it's easier to identify the trolls and MAGA lunatics. No sane person would pay for Twitter Blue and give money to a greedy billionaire. The verified badge is now the new red MAGA hat. Boycott Twitter Blue. Legacy forever. With a middle finger. Mark Hamill, who recently got in trouble for hanging out with legit Nazis, says, agree 100%, although I can't speak for Mr. Mammal. That's someone saying Mark Hamill does not need the blue check mark. The blue check mark needs Mark Hamill. No, nobody needs the celebrities at all. Guys are actually pretty useless. People are just going to interact as they always do. And none of you will really leave, let's be honest. None of you will really leave. You'll all stay because you're all addicted to attention. All of you are. So there are the reactions. I've kind of went over my favorite. Dan Slott crying. Journalists are crying. Actually, journalists are crying more than celebrities. Celebrities are actually taking it better than the journalists. A couple of celebrities are freaking out, like Patton Oswalt, of course. He lost his. He's upset about it. He's mad because it turns out Elon Musk is actually paying for some people. So LeBron James, a few days ago, said that he wasn't going to pay for his check mark. He would go ahead and lose it. He doesn't care, is what he said. And it turns out Elon is actually paying for a few people's. Stephen King tweeted out, I don't know why I still have my blue check mark. And Elon Musk comes out recently and says, I'm paying for a few personally. William Shatner seems to be among that. I'm guessing Elon Musk is obviously probably a Star Trek fan. That's my guess. And it's probably a good guess considering how much he loves space and stuff. So he's probably paying for William Shatner's, Stephen King's, and a couple other people. LeBron James, I think he's paying for LeBron's. That's why LeBron says verified for their phone number. He's paying for a few people. And Patton Oswalt, of course, very upset about this. Says, oh, my God, this is pathetic. Come on, man. Yeah, sorry, he's not going to pay for you, Patton, because you're not relevant enough. You're not relevant enough. Sorry. You don't get to make the cut because nobody really honestly cares for you. Oh, he's got a comic book out now, huh? I wonder if that makes the charts. Probably won't because nobody gives a shit about Patton Oswalt. So that's your update on the madness of the blue check mark meltdowns. I'm sure there'll be more as people discover that they're gone. I almost forgot that today was the day. So I look forward to more meltdowns. I'm sure there'll be a lot more as time goes on because, well, we know these people need their attention. And journalists especially, the journalists are going to have the worst meltdowns because those really made them feel special. They really did get to feel like elitist people on here thanks to those check marks, and that's gone now. Now they're just everybody. They don't even say legacy verified anymore or notable. It says the same thing for everybody, which I find pretty comical. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.